Day 11, we are at Ivanhoe Provincial Park, 1 hour west of Timmins, Ontario, and it's a bit of a rainy, overcast day, so we're actually getting a little bit of rest and relaxation in, as well as doing a couple of loads of laundry. I'm squinting because it's bright enough that I probably need my sunglasses, but I forgot to put them on. I'm standing here at one of the beaches. This is one of the beaches that Chloe's not allowed on, and since she is in the vehicle right now, I figured I'd take you for a walk down here a little bit as I kind of give you an update of how things are going. Also about Ivanhoe Provincial Park, behind me is Ivanhoe Lake, so I guess it's Ivanhoe Lake Provincial Park. It's a very large lake. It is dammed. There's a river that goes down towards, forgive me if I say this wrong, Foyet, which is a small town just outside of the park, and it's the only place in this area that you're going to get any kind of supplies or gasoline. So we just went and got gas yesterday. One of the sign outside of the store basically says, if we don't have it, you don't need it, and that's more or less true, really. They have groceries, they have some souvenirs, some what else do they have? They sell Yeti. They sell a whole bunch of Yeti stuff, particularly for people who are camping and fishing and hunting up here. They also have supplies for your vehicle, fishing supplies, food, like things like you can get barbecue chicken pre-made and cooked in their freezer section. So they have a lot of things. You are going to pay for the convenience of it being the only place in the area. If we had to drive to get gas, right now we would have to drive, what is it, 109 or 106 kilometers back to Timmins, where we paid $1.40 something per liter for gas, or we would have to drive 96 kilometers west to Chapleau, which is the way we're going in order to get to Wakami, and I don't know what the gas price is there. The gas price from here, this is the most expensive I've ever paid for gas. $1.58, $1.59 per liter. It was expensive. Chitra was shocked that I paid for it, but when you're pulling a trailer, it's really important that you have enough gas, because you don't know if you're going up and down hills, starting and stopping, all these different things definitely wrecks your gas mileage. And our Pathfinder, you know, doesn't have the best fuel economy to begin with, let alone pulling that trailer. So I would rather be safe than sorry. I had half a tank of gas. Now I have more or less a full tank. So behind me here you can see one of the places that you can rent canoes from. Ivanhoe Provincial Park has canoe rentals. They're very reasonable. 4 hours is $18. 8 hours is $30. So if you want a canoe at Ivanhoe Provincial Park, you can rent a canoe here, as I just said, and there are 3 different lakes that you can put it on. You can put it on Ivanhoe Lake, which is a huge lake. The second place is you can rent and go to Saw Lake, which is a glacial lake, and it's got this beautiful green color to it. And we did show it to you yesterday in a video where we were driving around and we came across a little picnic area. So you can also rent canoes and put them in at Saw Lake. It's a fairly nice sized lake, and it's you know, nicely shaped where you're going to go in and out, and there's little islands and stuff like that. So that's where we're hoping to put the canoe in. The third place that we were told that you can put in is at Tech Lake. There's a trail. You do have to walk down to it to get to the canoe area, but it is a small kettle lake. So I'm sure it's probably very beautiful and very exciting, but you won't need a canoe for even 4 hours, I would imagine, to go canoeing there. So unless you're going to portage it, it might be somewhere you might want to walk down, or if you have your own canoe. If you have your own light canoe that you like to portage and take to different places, then definitely check out all 3 lakes. If you've checked out all 3 lakes, put a comment below and let me know how it is and how you enjoy it, and why somebody should canoe the small lake that's down there.
Okay, we're gonna go on Saw Lake Trail right now to you know, get ourselves warmed up and ready for our canoe trip on Saw Lake. So we're going to go all the way around Salt Lake first. Actually, not around Salt Lake, around this peninsula that goes out inside of Salt Lake. So we're going to start here, and we're going to do 2.8K over Esker ridges, Beaver Lodges, around Beaver Lodges, and wandering along the shoreline of beautiful Salt Lake. Chloe, are you ready?
You ready to go for a hike? No. Too bad.
Let's go. Let's go hikies. Let's go hikies.
Got my hat on to protect me from the bugs getting after my head. Got different pair of sunglasses on because my arm came off of my Serengetis. So always have a backup pair of glasses or sunglasses. In my case, sunglasses are imperative. And we're going, it says suitable footwear and insect repellent. But we did have rain this morning and Chloe is being a little pessimistic, so we need to encourage her to go. Let's encourage her. Everybody encourage her. Yay, Chloe!
What a good girl you are. What a good girl.
So we had some light rain this morning and was creating some lack of motivation in us, so we did some laundry, because that's what you have to do when you're on these big trips. You end up having to do laundry. We can hear a woodpecker. Can you see what kind it is? I saw a downy woodpecker this morning, but it sounds bigger than a downy. 2 steps forward, 17 steps back with a foxhound.
Maybe you can. Smart, you can. Just everything away.
Sorry, I just saw a chickadee. So there's a chickadee coming over here. I wonder if we can get him to come on our hand. They're curious. Oh, I see 3 now.
Something has a den there.
I see a little frog. Like, I mean little.
Which are we looking at? 2.8, the short return, or 5,000, the long return?
Well,
I would suggest the long return is the way we're going. But
the map doesn't really show us the difference, nor does it tell us.
that one. You took a picture of it, right? Did you take a picture of it, like a clickety-click picture?
Yes.
Always take a clickety-click picture of your trail before you get on it.
It doesn't say. Oh, it does.
Where?
It says that we should be going up. Okay.
Let's go. All of a sudden, you decided to smell something. Let's go.
I think this is the actual trail, and maybe there's a short, like a bypass. Woo! We're going right up a hill.
Yes, we are.
Is it too late to change our minds?
This is steep. Go, leg muscles, go.
Up, 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 and we go.
See it?
Yep.
Okay.
We already rented the canoe, but I'm panting. Chloe hasn't had her morning walk, so we want to get her out for this 2.8 kilometer hike so that she's well rested when we get into the canoe. Yes. Oops. Not well rested. Well tired. Looks like we got to the other side of the Esker. We're on our way down. You know what they say. Everything that goes up must go down.
Good sit. She sat and waited me like a good girl.
Yay, Chloe!
Wait. Wait. Couldn't wait too much longer, I guess.
Well, that was longer than last time.
Yes, she's getting better.
That's all you can ask for, really.
Okay.
Once again, up and over that Esker and going back down. We're trying to teach Chloe to either slow down or stop, sit on dangerous portions of the trail, whether it be rocky or steep, slippery. And it's a process because she often likes to run us through these trails. So when she's able to, we encourage it, and we try to at least get her to stay. Even a second or two longer each time is a success. Don't think that it needs to be 0 to 100. Small successes with small setbacks, perfectly okay with dogs and people. These mosquitoes have no respect for the fact that I put insect repellent on. They did not get the memo.
Mosquito on my phone while I'm trying to take a picture.
So I guess if you had done the short trail, you would have come down the hill there, spotted this sign, and continued this way. Some fantastic views, vistas along the way. If the bugs aren't bothering you, once you stop, they're all over you. So sometimes you just kind of want to keep going. I have like that I can see at least 4 just on my camera. I'd rather them on my camera than on me, though. So the lake off to my right here is Saw Lake, and that is the lake we are going to canoe. Okay, grass eater.
Let's go.
I thought we were walking our dog, not our cow. Those are jack pine cones. You can always tell they're this tightly woven pine cone, kind of usually on a curve. And the only way that they open up is with intense heat from a fire. So that's one of those trees that is dependent on forest fires. Can you hear the airplane? I was gonna say, I was wondering whether Chloe was dragging Chitra back to the vehicle, thinking it was thunder. But I do see them up ahead. Oh, she was. I hear an airplane. It's an airplane. I think we just were walking on a bit of a bog there. It's very spongy. See? It's a bit of a bog. I guess we're going to be walking over the bog. Kind of reminds me of the bog at Algonquin Park, the spruce bog. They have a lot of those cotton grass. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it looks like cotton on the top. And when you get to this one part where they tell you not to stand because it holds water. It's almost like a floating bog. You can actually get pulled down. I'm not sure if it's like a quicksand per se, but there's water underneath of it and it absorbs that, and it can get you caught up in it. This is definitely a moderate trail. I'm beginning to think instead of this tuckering out the dog, it's tuckering me out. Maybe the dog can canoe us out into the lake and we can have the rest. If you're used to walking 2.8K every day like we are with the dog and more, but on very flat, easy terrain, keep that in mind when you're saying, oh, 2.8, yeah, we do that all the time. This is up and down hills.